Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Neremik. Welcome back to more Animal Crossing New Leaf. Right now it's November 27th at 1:50 AM, and we're gonna get straight into things. Now some of you may be looking at the screen like, Neremik, are you insane? Like, well yes, the short answer is always going to be yes. Yeah, the reason one of the shops on Main Street has been remodeled, it's now a fancy supermarket. Oh, I've been complaining about the last few episodes, so we'll go check it out even if it's closed. But yeah, a few episodes ago I made like a later at night video, and then shortly afterwards I did late night episodes in City Folk and even Horizons. So this was Goose leaving, wasn't it? Oh, does that scene go? I'll save that though. Well, it was the right time for me to go. But hey, I'm surprised villagers were up at all. But yeah, I figured, we had this late-ish night, late evening episode a few weeks ago, but I figured no. I want the full range of late night episodes, so even though it's a little bit belated, I figured I would come on today and, well, give you guys that late episode. Because I don't know if I've done a late episode on New Leaf before. I might have in the original run, but at least since I've came back, I don't think I've been pulling up at 1:50 AM. But with that said, we're not going to let that get us down. We're going to yap. Arguably, as I've discovered recently, I become so much better at talking at nighttime, it's insane. So, let's have a little yap, you and me. Of course, we'll yap to villagers, we'll do our usual routine, but I think, you know what I mean, late night in Animal Crossing, there is just a vibe that you can't replicate. So yeah. Hey, and no shot we're going to get the full thing, but I'll take it. And yeah, just doing a quick check of our houses, that's 4. Damn, we've only got 9 villagers here? Really? Somebody must be moving in. I saw we had 10 a few episodes ago. I mean, for those of you guys that pay more eager attention than me, I'll pull up my map in a second, and we'll see who also has gone missing. But yeah, I saw we had 10 villagers a few episodes ago, so a little weird, but that is all of our stuff, right? Yeah, well, I'll give it a quick click. So it's Barbara, Daisy, Rizzo, Gale, Stitches, Mira, Pippi, and Scoot. Like, yeah, that's apparently lost 2 villagers recently. That or I'm thick. But Harvest Festival is on November 28th. That is, like, in 24 hours, and Super TNT remodeling. Close on 20th, Daisy's birthday, fishing tourney, yada yada. How you doing, Mira? How you doing? Oh ho, Daniel, long time no see. We live in the same town, but we barely see each other. Makes me all misty, Cottontail. Well, we can always try to change that. Try doesn't mean guarantee, but you know how it is. And a fossil, because of course it is. But yeah, basically, for the background for this recording, I was in call with my friend Minnie Candy, and she's run off to do some stuff to get ready for bed, because we're both freaks who like calling quite late into the night. So I was like, I had an epiphany, right? Okay, well, we can run around and get a lost item. Why not? Also, that feels like a fake rock, so I'm gonna bash that, hoping it is. No? Okay, I just don't know my own town, fair enough. I'll check the campsite as well, since somebody's currently moved out. But yeah, basically she's gone off, wash hair and whatnot, etc., whatever people do before bed. And I was like, okay, bet. I finished playing through a little bit of Shemu, replaying it for a second channel video. I'm sure I've already discussed that somewhere else. But I figured, you know what? Before she comes back, what if I get a little bit silly and I try and record some New Leaf? So I was in the mood. But hey, there it is, Super TNT. With the hours that range from 9 AM until 8 PM. I mean, I remember when I was dead young, right? I thought hours of operation meant like as in surgical operation for a while before my parents corrected me. Like, no, they weren't doing surgeries inside Nook's Cranny, which I think was the shop it happened in at the time. Operation means as in operating hours. Of course, me, 6-year-old back in 2008, did not know that. Also, 2009. It was one of them. And we can't do Shrunk, can we? Because Club LOL. Darn. Yeah, God, we didn't make me feel old off the bat. I've only been going 5 minutes. And yeah, I mean, end of the day, I've had a pretty good day today, to be fair. Got some bit more video stuff done. Need to get some more done, but we'll work on it. Oh, ooh. No, never mind, I got all the video stuff that I was looking to do today, so I've got a Wii Play video, not Wii Play, Wii Party video to edit, but I've got enough stuff backed up, it doesn't matter if I put it off a little bit. But yeah, no, I've been productive. I streamed earlier. Some people might have thought I fell out of streaming, but no, we're still in the rhythm. Don't underestimate us. I may offer any further assistance. Not right now. But yeah, I tried to stream the Blob 1. Used to be my go-to game when I was streaming on Twitch. Didn't work. There was an audio bug. I think it's to do with having surround sound headphones. I don't think the game knows how to process it because it handles it in very weird ways. It's got like stems and stuff, and the music builds up the longer you're in a level, so it's a little bit. It gets a little bit confused. We'll admit. But second game worked fine, so yeah, maybe it's a bug, maybe it's something obscure. I wanted to have a coffee actually. I need to keep having them so I can work at the roost. But yeah, I enjoyed the stream though. It was good after 40 minutes of troubleshooting at the beginning. We got it to work. We hung out. We had fun. We had a like goal, which my friend Mini Candy agreed if we hit, she would play through the Danganronpa games live. So I'm certainly looking forward to that. We didn't hit the like goal for me to drink water for the whole next stream though, rather than G Fuel, so I can keep in with my bad habit. We were one like short, so you could have been the difference, you the viewer, but that's fine. Fun stream though. I enjoy playing the Bob. It's fun. Of course, only being able to play the second game is a bit cringe, but I'll find a way to play the first one. Don't you worry. I prefer the first one, which I think some people think is a little bit weird, because the second one is like objectively the better game. But the first one, I just enjoy the levels of more. Anyway, thank you for the coffee. Can I work here now? Welcome. No, you're still playing like that. Okay. But, you know, it was a good stream. Enjoyed it. Made a lot of fun. Jokes, laughed, and stuff. I couldn't ask anything more from a stream. But yeah, I mean, today's been a pretty good day. Last 24 hours, I'd say. Should we go do Perfect Fruit? We may as well. I mean, I was thinking because it's late at night, I could, in theory, go do a little bit of island bug hunting since we're up. I mean, not everybody's gonna be awake. Of course, somebody who is this house. And then we've got Rizzo near my house as well. Can't go not say hi to the guy with Riz in his name, you know, it's like that. That just feels disrespectful. But it's Barbara in a very classy house, if I say so myself. I mean, she's also been in, I think at least the City Folk series. I think you were in City Folk anyway. Hello, stranger. Oh, it's Daniel. Wow, we haven't talked in what seems like forever. Hope you're not ignoring me or anything. Stop by my place sometime. We'll hang out later. Well, I want to hang out right now, so I'll talk to you again. How you doing? How you doing? Can I help you, Daniel? Did you lose this? Yes. Yeah, of course. We can go about asking for the lost item, and then we can do our perfect fruit, and then go bug hunting. We got a plan here. So that's where that bag went to. Oh, well, that plot line short. I'm glad you did find it. I keep my valuable collection of football cards in there. Not a big fan of football, but I do love collectibles, darling. Thank you for finding out who this belonged to. Please set my snowy sweater as thanks. How seasonal. Well, I guess I can try it on to be nice. Hope I never lose this again, darling. Why, thank you. God, hearing that sound effect in this game is weird because I swear I've been like programmed to think it's Pocket Camp when no, you know what? Actually, I'll wear that for the rest of the episode. That's not atrocious. Bye bye, Barbara. God, yes, speaking of Pocket Camp, that shuts down soon in a few days, so again, if you've not been in and collected the pre-shutdown rewards, or whatever, added people's friends and gave all your gifts, you're slowly running out of time. I would encourage you, if you haven't already, to give it a little go before, you never can again. Ah, big bit, very spooky, I know, very, very ominous, but yeah, shame to see it shut down again. I've been playing it since launch. I already said, like back in 2017, it was. Ooh, let's think. Yeah, no, 2017 would have been the beginning of year 10, so I was just starting my GCSEs, so I would have been. Let me think. Barely 15, I think, when Pocket Camp came out. So I'm 22 now, for context. You know, in case you guys didn't feel like doing the maths yourself, I'll do it for you. But God, way to feel old. Way to feel old. Bully for me, I know. But oh God, I remember coming out. It's like, oh, and a way to date me. I mean, I'm pretty sure I mentioned on the stream as well that what was it? We hung up to like 10 years in Neremik. Like, bro, I'm like an old man, it seems, in YouTube terms. But hey, hopefully you guys don't mind me being too old. Are you? Okay, no, these are spaced the same. It's just different. It feels weird because of the stuff. All right, I'm fine. Ooh. Game just hit 2 AM. Which is weird, because I swear it was synced properly, but apparently I'm running 10 minutes behind real life time. Spooky, it's like an ARG. Ooh, how scary, how scary, how scandalous. Right, I'm going to pick up all the ones that this one dropped. Actually, I'm going to plant that first, but I'm going to drop the rotten cherry when I find it. Are you in here? I mean, I was hoping that. And we can plant that, but rotten cherry. There you are, okay. We're going to drop the rotten cherries over here. Just to save myself a bit of Actually, let's do ourselves a favor and drop a bit more than just that, so we can, dare I say, be... Oh, that's not... No, wait, look, I'm putting that back on, but you know what I mean. We can, dare I say, we're going to be efficient. I know, that hurts me as much as it will hurt you guys, but we simply have to sometimes. Sometimes we've got to put our foot down and go, no. Today we get our acts together. Ugh. But yeah, what else is this yap about then whilst I go about collecting all these different cherries? Well, yeah, I mean, what else did I get up today? So obviously I streamed. I felt old, because, yeah, again, next year is like the 10-year anniversary of this channel, which is crazy. Like, obviously, in the last year I put out a video saying 11 years of YouTube, but 10 years of one specific channel I feel is like the more major milestone, rather than having it be split across 2 different channels to bump the number up. That's like, you know, 10 years of Neremik, rather than, you know, 11 years of Neremik and Glitch Vision combined. God, that username takes me back, but God, it would think 10 years of doing this. I mean, I'm pretty sure I talked in an episode of this, a City Focus something, like I've been quite literally doing this for over half my life now, which is only slightly insane, but I don't mind it. It's been fun. I want to keep doing it. And the fact the channel, like, has been picking up recently, it's like, you know, who knows where it's going to go next year? Like, legit, it, you know, I get kind of excited thinking about what could be with these channels. Obviously, no promises, but, you know, next year, 10-year anniversary, we're already starting to pick up a little bit of momentum. Anything could happen. Anything could happen. I mean, actually, you know, I wanted to talk about this when I started this recording, I'm not going to lie. So I suppose this is a good way to kind of segue into it. Yeah, so some of you may know, part of 12 Days of Neremik this year, I'm away, so I've had to strip it back in some areas, but I still wanted to make it... I still wanted to make it good, I still wanted to make it memorable, right? Well, part of that, I was joking about this on stream. Really? They don't even stack? Oh, fine. Actually, no, I'm just going to keep them dropped down here. Yeah, suit yourself. You want to be on 4? You can be on 4 then. No. I'll pick up everything else that's more valuable. Oh yeah, it's got a little butterfly on to denote the fact it's a net. I see you. But yeah, so... I kind of cover this in hardcore, but there's no harm in doing it twice. Actually, can I think I should go... I'm going to go drop some stuff, all the stuff I'm planning on selling outside of retail, just like I did a few episodes ago, so I'm a bit more organised in inventory. I'll come back and talk to you on the way back, Rizzo. Actually, no, I'll go talk to Rizzo and then I'll get into what I want to talk about. Because, yeah, the start of technically yesterday, when I'm talking about it now, I was feeling particularly inspired. Which for me is quite rare. Like, when inspiration hits me, it hits me like a truck, though. It's kind of like insane. You know, if I get a rush of inspiration, you know, sometimes you will just happen to damn well know. And you know, so help me, people stuck in the crossfire. It's fun though, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't trade it for the world. But I got a sudden burst of inspiration last night, which I do want to talk about because it's something I've not really spoken about too much on this channel, but it's something I think is interesting that some of you guys might be interested in. And some of you will roll your eyes at this. But first, Daniel, it's been a while since I last saw you. How you been doing? I suppose as long as you've been good, it's all good. Everyone in town sort of does what they want when they want, and that's one reason I love this town. So you're not moving out soon then? Let's give me a proper conversation then. Yo, what do you want? Talk to me. Have you heard of the Feng Shui before? They say luck with money will go up if you put yellow things on the west wall of your home. South for green and east for red. I don't know much about it, it sounds pretty complicated. Well, it is good for Happy Room Academy stuff too, but thank you for the advice. Will I pay it any mind? No. And we'll go get the other cherry as well, why not? Like, yeah, I could catch the ants, but no. I guess they just live in my pocket now. Yeah, well, we'll wander for fossils and stuff then, whilst, see, I'm in the 13-minute mark. I'll have a quick run around for fossils, and then if I can't find them, or even if I do find them, we'll go have them assessed, and then we'll go do our little stint in the island. How's that sound? Good, I'd hope. So, yeah, basically, I said about this in a hardcore episode before this happened, but, oh, really? Really? And also, I just found the gem. But, I finished Danganronpa 2, as I think I may have mentioned already in this recording. Very good game. I enjoyed it. But some of you may have heard this game term thrown around. The post-game impression of that hit me like a truck. Now, I have friends that use websites like AO3 prolifically, like that. When it comes to fanworks and stuff, you know, they're there. Whereas me, I haven't really engaged for that since like my Hero Academia days back in 2019. Early 2020 at the latest. By the way, there was something I was reading back then that still gets updated to this day, and it's like, I have to respect the dedication first and foremost, even if it does make me feel insurmountably old. But I finished it and the post-game depression was hitting me, so I was like, oh, damn. I want more content out of this game. And like, mind you, I've not logged in to that website for like, ages, but I was like, you know what? it feels as though if I'm ever gonna have a jolly good old read of some fan works, why not now? If the post-game depression is hitting me, I can, you know, curb it with this. So, I, for the first time in years, went on AO3 and searched for Danganronpa works. I don't really particularly care what. I prefer some characters than others, so I threw those in, with not really any preference. And then I added a lot of like just stuff to my app tabs for Google Chrome to read later, because it's like, you know what? Sure. Is it reading an actually published book? No, but, you know, what is a little reading gonna do? It might, well, inspire me, which, spoiler alert, it does. Also, one of the emotion sounds has worked since this song. I've only just clocked that. But yeah, so I added, and I did the math of this, 472,000 words worth of fan works into my Google Chrome browser on my phone, which, to give you guys a slight, tiny bit of very crucial context, the Bible's like 325,000 words, and I had that in Danganronpa fanworks times by like 1.5, 1.4. So the insanity was there. Needless to say, that I've already dropped the fossil that I was going to have examined, didn't I? I think I did. I'm actually going to go out to the ocean and just, yeah, no, never mind. We can do that next time. Again, I'm shocked Mini Candy isn't back, but hell yeah, let's go catch some bugs. If she comes back on the recording, by the way, I'll leave it in. Change how I record the audio for these, so she should actually show up on the audio rather than it just being Stitcher exclusively. So anyway, I add, you know, 1.5 Bibles worth of fan works to my Google Chrome thing, and then I go to work a few hours later. So I did them like, so if yesterday was the 20th, I did them like late night on the 25th, right? And I read one. It was nice. I liked it. I was kind of hooked. It was like an alternate route where somebody else was like, you know, the mastermind and stuff. It was a good read. It was a good read. But I worked yesterday, and we have 2 nights a week where we've got these guys routinely in. And to say that there's not that many of them, and they're not heavy drinkers. So I thought, usually I burn my phone out, constantly going through, you know, Star Rail, my Genshin, stuff like that. Cap'n, shut up. I got bugs to catch, Cap, and I plan on keeping this thing 23 minutes, even though I'm yapping a critical amount. But I was like, okay, I've got to save my phone battery because it's not as high as it usually is. So I logged in for the bare minimum I would on, say, you know, all my regular apps. And then I opened Google Chrome. I asked my friends to pick a number between 1 and 10 because that's how many tabs I had open. And I decided, throughout my shift, that would be what I read. And I got number 7, which I have talked about this a little bit in Hardcore if this sounds familiar. But it was basically like a time loop-esque story. This happened to be like a ship one, but I was like, do I inherently care? No. You know, I like to keep an open mind, as the children say. So I was like, sure, go for it. You know, let's see what they throw at me. Time loop stuff, basically they got to try and break the loop because one of them keeps dying and then it seems like he's unaware, day keeps repeating. Pretty good, based off song. But I bloody loved it. Like, the people at my work had no idea I was reading on the clock. I believe you me, that I was having the time of my life, and my customers had no clue. Well, I think they could have seen it in my face, but you know, I just assumed they thought I was doing something more productive, like texting a loved one, or you know, matching with people on Hinge. But no, we were reading fanfic. So I read that, and it was good. Like I was there, and I was like, okay, this person's writing is fire. You know, and I'm looking forward to reading some more. Now I go to bed early tonight and read some in bed, but the key point is, I read it, had an amazing time. So I suppose the first takeaway, you know, AO3 ain't that bad. I meme about going on it every so often, but first time I go on it, I have a good time, so, you know, shout out that. But I was feeling inherently inspired after that, so, in the background of the last year, you may have heard me mention this occasionally, there have been like 2, well, there's been the talk of like music on the channel, namely in the form of the off-brand Christmas cover album, which should be, well, me covering songs I like at Christmas on an album. Low production value, but basically it's just me finding a way to share music I like with you guys, sometimes bringing like songs that haven't been officially done in English into English and like doing them. I just think that'd be something super cool. But occasionally you may have heard me talk about that. I do have a GCSE in music. Really? You do it? My control's sabotaging me, but I do have a GCSE in music, which is like, at the end of secondary school, you specialise in a subject, get a GCSE in it. And I didn't do particularly well in music, but I did pay a little bit of attention. But I got a B. I spent most of that time watching patch notes. And it was never something I intended to, like, inherently fulfill. But this last year, you know, I've been playing piano and whatnot since, like, years. God, I feel old. I've been doing that 10 years next year. Ooh. I won't get into it because I wanted to play Living Tombstone's Five Nights at Freddy's song, I think, but needless to say, you may feel me occasionally mention throughout this year that I have, if I've had like a random idea for a song, I'll like chalk like the lyrics down, like the melody down somewhere, and I've got a little folder on my computer where I like kind of sort it by song, and it's been pretty good so far. And last night, after reading that, I was like, you know what, I'm feeling inherently inspired. So I just got to writing. Now, I changed the details around from the thing I'd been reading, obviously, but yeah, I wrote a song called September 6th, which is basically, it's kind of similar to what I was reading, but I changed it. So, basically the idea is, okay, on September 6th, these two people hang out. It does kind of follow the plot of the thing a little bit, I'll admit. But I want to like tell a story with all the lyrics, so it's not like a regular song where it has like little meaning, like it is a story from back to front. Oh, we're getting good with these books, by the way, can I just say? Clearly talking about my brewing yaoi addiction makes the game's RNG favour me more. But yeah, basically I wrote a song called September 6th, where these guys hang out on September 6th, they stop by a park, which is reminiscent of another song, which turns out the thing I was reading was based on, but basically, that day keeps repeating. Every time it gets to midnight, the day will repeat, like they can't move past September 6th. And throughout that, you know, each little change and stuff makes these people just crush more. And yeah, at the end of the song, basically they end up breaking out of it because it's like, you know, like over the time, you think the guy from the song's perspective is like getting driven mental. He's the only guy remembering it, and he's like, you know, I'll tell this guy how I feel. Should I be able to break out the loop? So when the person that he assumed was just, you know, ignorant of the fact time kept repeating, suddenly breaks that loop and is like, you know, hey, you know, I've done this basically 1,000 times. And yeah, it ends. I can leave it open to interpretation. You know, we gotta make sure everything's friendly for radio play. You know, the UK, if one thing, is terrified of good music, but you know, it'll be open to interpretation. But the general idea is it's like, okay, they keep repeating the same day, September 6th, because it feels like their future's been stolen on that day, but in reality, at the end of it, it's like, okay, actually, that is the day where their future began, once they were able to break out of it. And you can interpret it different ways. My personal favourite one is that the power of love broke the time loop, which I'm not going to explain why the fuck it was happening, even I don't know, but it was a good song to be fair, and I went through my playlist, skimmed songs I thought, you know, like even the song, again, I mentioned before, didn't sound like that, it didn't sound like any other song on my playlist, like it genuinely sounded quite original, despite the fact it was, again, based off a... Well, no, I was heavily inspired, but yeah, it was good. I enjoyed it. It was something different to write, and it's something that, like, again, I'm talking about it now with like a big grin on my face. Like, hell yeah, I feel productive. It was cool. It was chill. I do want to release songs like that one day, but I'm not super well versed in, say, FL Studio. Again, I got a B, and most of that is because my composition dragged my score down hard. Like, I just apparently did good in the theory and performance sections of my GCSE rather than the one that apparently mattered more. But it is how it is. You win some, you lose some. Really, we getting no bugs? Really? I'm gonna run into a gold stag and scare it off now, just watch. No? Really? Wow. Well, I guess I'll head back and wrap up, but... Yeah, again, that's how I started my day. I was just in a frenzy, and I wrote basically the majority of the entire thing in... I think maybe an hour 10 minutes at most. Like, melody in my head, stuff like that. It was just... Yeah, it's one of those things, like, I'm quite proud of myself, so I figured I'd share it with you guys. But yeah, well, I would love some of those songs to see the light of day, because I think some of them are quite good. Some of them are quite generic and basic, but, like, you know, you've got... I read a quote once, and it was, like, to the extent of, if you don't write anything, or put anything out there, you're never going to improve. Like, you've got to start off being bad to, like, exercise, you know, your muscles to get better. But yeah, I think that's probably one of the better things I've wrote, because it's, like, it was different. Like, I don't think there's many songs in English that, like, actively basically sound like you're reading a story out in chronological order. But it's pretty good. I would love to share them with you guys, though. Like, I mean, afterwards I was talking with it, Mini Candy, who I mentioned before. Still isn't back, by the way. Her evil knows no bounds. But I was talking about it in, yeah, sure, we'll listen to the ukulele, since it's music-centered. But I sent a photo of that folder I was talking about, and I filled them into, like, three categories, which is basically complete song, decent bit down, or literally just a concept. And, let me have a quick look. Yes, so literally concept of a best are, like, working titles. I only had 4 of those. One of them I would, like, write the music video first, at least the music video in my head, and then base it off what I wrote then, which is pretty good. And then, for ones I had a basic concept of, These are the ones where I've got like kind of a name, but they're all work in progress. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 songs, which are pretty, I don't know, seems good. If for those of you interested in the working names, the ones that are like concept at best are called Does It Have to End, which I wish you can't remember, Old Song Prisoner, and Script MV first, so really just concepts. The ones that have something there are Blast Off Car Char, I like that, Fever Simp, that's another work in progress title, and then What You're Hoping For. And then finished are the songs Can't Speak, that's a working title, Disco Electric, that is more a genre thing than an actual song name, and then Imposter September 6th, Sequel Tropical Afternoon, and Your Finale. Like, if I was to ever release, like, a 4-track EP, I think I said this in the group chat, like, I was throwing around the idea of, like, throwing out, say, September 6th, Sequel, Tropical Afternoon, and then, like, Imposter, like, bro, international stardom, I'm telling you. 10th year Neremik is gonna go crazy. I'll be doing arena tours. Or not, but yeah, well, I'd love to share those with you guys, but again, it's quite a big ask to compose multiple songs, but it's even more of a bigger of an ask on my bank account, which ain't looking too jolly right now to invest in producers and stuff, so I'd do it by myself. I might buy FL Studio or find like a free version. I mean, they're all quite basic, so I reckon I could, maybe it's presumptuous to think I could get them done in an hour, but you never know. But I would love to share those with you guys. I mean, obviously covers are a lot easier because I can just use instrumentals and, you know, remove vocals and stuff, but I know, I would love to share the songs I wrote with you guys, because I don't know, some of them are okay, some of them are quite generic, some of them definitely need earth refinement, as we discussed, but there's some good ones in there, there's some good concepts in there, so you can keep your eyes open for that. And yeah, god, I even forgot to mention the other thing. I made a thumbnail for a guy that I gave a shout out to on my second channel because he's making a Restaurant City inspired game. His first devlog comes out, so if you're interested in Restaurant Odyssey's development, feel free to hop on over to that channel in the following few days, and he's apparently going to be dropping it. Mulberry Careless, the man that you are. Like, I'm pretty sure he's insane, but you know, we respect him. We respect him for what he's trying to do. Also, because he let me make his devlog thumbnail, so you gotta go gas that video when it comes out. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end this one for now. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed hearing me yap for a while. I've enjoyed going quite late. I don't know, maybe I'm inherently inspired. I might stay up a little bit later and write another song. I see if I did. I don't know. I had an idea for a song before, kind of tangential to one I wrote last night, called something to the extent of like, You Can't Save Them, or something like that. Which, boy, I could only guess what that one's going to be about. God forbid me I write 2 songs about a time loop within the same day. I think I'd go mental, but we'll see. I know, I just had that idea. Maybe tune in next time where I'll tell you if I wrote that song and if it's gone to #1 in the UK charts or not, but yeah, I think that's done for now. I've gone into overtime, but hopefully you guys don't mind. I think it's better to let the conversations like naturally flow out rather than, speaking of which, unnatural interruption, but I think it is better to let the conversations like flow out naturally rather than having to abruptly put them short. And ooh! You were... Never mind, he legitimately just requested a fucking public works. That's, I think, the first time it's happened in this series, so you know what, sure. Love the series. But yeah, that's me yapping for now. Yeah, so join us next time. Yeah. Oh god, I kind of want to record another one right after this. I'm in a very talkative mood and Mini Candy isn't back, but we'll see. We'll see. But yes, of course, if you have enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, and all that jazz. Don't worry, next time we'll be filming at a actually respectable time, or so we think. But yeah, this one's coming to an end for now, so until next time, with all that said and all that aside, thanks for watching, guys. My name has been Neremik, and peace out.